The overhead long rope tricep extension. Now, in an ideal circumstance, you're gonna have access to one of these long ropes, but in the circumstance that you don't, I am gonna give you one other option as well, and most gyms will have access to this. So here we have 2 short ropes, which again, you'll find in the majority of gyms, right? Again, pretty well battered up. You'll be able to see from the quality of the rope here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna pull these to the end of each of these ropes. We're essentially gonna create a single rope, right? We're gonna do that with both of these here. What we're then gonna do is we're gonna overlap these one over the other. And then simply put, all you have to do is connect both of these ropes, and now we've created a long rope of sorts. Now, for the purpose of this demonstration, I'll continue with the long rope that we have attached here. But very simply put, we're going to attach it to the carabiner, and the height at which you set this station here doesn't matter too much, but as a personal preference, I quite like to set it somewhere around knee height or upper shin height, somewhere around that range. Now, one of the really important things that I think a lot of people actually miss is making sure that the silver part, so the very middle portion of your rope, is actually centered. It's very easy to have this contorted and twisted in one which way. So one of the things in which I quite like to do is I like to grab onto my handles before I go overhead, and I like to just make sure, is that middle point actually sitting in the very middle, and I don't have too much rotation. That's going to mean that both sides or both hands are going to get the same amount of priority and focus. Right, when I have that tension there, right, I'm creating a little bit of rotation here. I'm going to pull it to my chest, I'm going to shoot it up and over my head. Now from this position here, you may be wondering, whereabouts am I positioning my body? Am I close into the cable? Am I far away? Now the main goal is I want to make sure that my spine is in the same, roughly the same anyway, position as the cable direction. So in this position here, the cable is going to be coming sort of back to front into me, and at the moment my spine is upright. So all I'm going to do from here is I'm just going to push my hips back a little bit, so then my spine ends up once again in a very similar setup to what that cable station is. And that means that when I'm going through this motion, that cable is running in the right direction, right? If my hands are too far forward, it's going to be hitting me in the base of the neck. It's not going to be feeling too comfortable. It's going to be grinding up on my spine. And same sort of thing if my hands are too far back, I've created too much space behind my body as well. So what I want to do is I want to come to the top and I want to find my tricep squeeze, right? I'm extending my elbows, and then all I'm doing is I'm backing my hips up, and I can actually use the center point of my glute to find the middle of the cable. From this position here, I'm pretty well set up for my first proper rep. I'm going to bring the hands to the base of my skull. The elbows will be slightly flared in this position, okay? I don't want them to be fully tucked. I don't want them to be fully flared, but there will be a natural position that when we come from an extended position to reaching for the base of the skull, this is basically the natural position that I want you to sit into. So from here, it's going to be extending up, controlling my way back down into a nice stretch, and I'm trying to keep my elbows in as much of a fixed position as I possibly can, and already I'm really feeling my triceps light up. So it's not going to be a situation where from a front view I'm extending out and then I'm pushing up like a shoulder press. It's going to be reach for the base of the skull, right? Again, reaching for the base of the neck. This is going to be where my elbows are positioned, and from there it's squeezing up and out. Again, reaching for the base of the skull, pushing up and through. And that is the overhead long rope tricep extension.